CJ, do you ever surprise yourself?
Uh, yes, cause it's still like getting kind of I'm still kind of getting used to it. Playing running back, I like it's my third game ever playing running back. So today I kind of surprised myself with that long run, but got to give a lot of credit to the O line and the receivers. Like the O line made it very easy. Then Caden Prather had a great block down the field. So yeah, it still kind of like surprises me too.
How much fun is it to be a part of a duo with you and Mathis, where you each bring something a little bit different, but you've been really effective so far?
Well, I wouldn't really say we're a duo. I feel like the whole running back room could do the same thing. It's just more of like who gets the opportunity. Like, it's six of us in that room that could do the same thing that me and Tony do. So that's what I really feel like. Everybody in that room could do the same thing.
You tired on the long run?
I got a little winded, but 'cause, like that was my first big long run in college football. Very long play, but I got back like probably like the next play because I had to get on special teams. So I was pretty okay.
You mentioned Caden's block, and there were several he threw in that. Did you? I mean, you can't see behind you. Did you look up at the scoreboard? I've seen running backs do that. Take a peek at what's behind them by seeing the video board.
No, I really didn't look behind me. I just trusted that Caden was gonna make the block, and then as I went to the sideline, I saw it on the big screen. I see they made a great block. So.
With your newness to running back that you were talking about, what are some of the fundamentals that you've been studying to try to learn? I mean, there's so many, obviously different little things you got to learn about being a good running back. What are the couple of important things you've tried to get in the swing of?
Just protecting the ball is kind of different from playing receiver and then running back because you have more people attacking you, as I should say, at running back than receiver. So just protecting the ball. One big thing Coach Scott always tell me before every play I get in, celebrate your feet on contact. And that's probably like the two major things I try to like focus on to elevate my game.
Coach talked about the amount of plays that you've been receiving so far. What have you been doing? What do you need to do in terms of getting in shape to be able to handle even a bigger work?
I just feel like taking care of my body. I had a big brother, I should call him the team, Bryce, who had a conversation with me like a few days ago about taking care of my body, doing more recovery, drinking more water, stretching, like little things like to keep my body at to be able to play at a high level.
How much of these first 3 weeks exceeded your expectations of what you thought the first 3 weeks would be like when you got here?
It was kind of surprising, but I just say, but at the same time, you just gotta enjoy each day. Like throughout fall camp, I enjoyed each day. Each day, as days was going on, I was stacking days, and then when I had my opportunity, I made a big play, and then it just was rolling from there.
We were talking to Coach a little bit ago, and he was talking about when he recruited you. They weren't quite sure exactly where they were going to use you, but they just knew you were a good football player. You're going to make plays. Where does that competitive nature come from? Have you always been that way?
Throughout my whole football career, I never played the same position ever. I probably played, like, high school, I started at the X, then I moved to the Z, then I moved to the Y, then I moved to H-back. So it was, like, always, like, a transition throughout high school. And then Little League, I just played mostly defense, so I've been changing around a lot. So I'm just really a football player. Like, I could do it all.
What was the conversation with Coach Scott like at the beginning of camp? Did it catch you off guard at all? Like, okay, I'm going to do this?
Well, technically, I didn't change running back at camp. I changed positions, I think, my first week here, which was June, I say 7th. That's when I like knew I was going to play running back. And then from then, I was just like watching Tony and Justin. And then towards fall camp, that's when like the coaches could really like talk to you and like help you out. That's when I was like, okay, I can really do it.
Not that you weren't good in high school, but do you call your high school coaches and tell them, hey, I told you I could be a running back? Did you ever tell them that?
No. I always, technically, they tried to put me at tight end, and I always told them I could play receiver. So I still talk to my high school coaches to this day. I always thank them because they gave me the opportunity to move around the field and find a position. So I always like talk to them, especially Coach Green, and I talked to Coach Sims a few times.
CJ, you're from a pretty talented area for high school football. Tulane's a fine program, but did you wonder what people were missing that you knew?
Can you repeat that again, please?
Did you wonder like what you knew that other people were missing? Like why hadn't you gotten greater attention earlier in the process? I know it heated up at the end, but was there any time for a while that you kind of thought that you knew something other people didn't know?
Well, I feel like everything in life happens for a reason, no matter what. Like me ended up at West Virginia happened for a reason. So I always just like enjoy every day, as I was saying earlier, and live day by day.
One of the other things you've shown a lot of earlier is a pretty lethal stiff arm. Does that just come naturally? Have you had to practice that much, or is it just something that has been a part of you as a football player?
Well, throughout high school, I was a big receiver. Like, I was running routes at 225 in high school. That's unusual. So I had to, find something that helped me. So I wasn't really a fast guy. I wasn't really a shifty guy. I was more like a big punisher. So the stiff arm was something that I just naturally carried over to the running back position.
What do you weigh now?
240.
240. You said you were a little under that.
Yeah, I am. But I'll be 240. I'll be 240 tomorrow, though.
Emotions of this team over the last couple weeks. Just how did you guys bounce back? How down was this team emotionally?
I say it got to us a little bit the day after the game, but we have great leaders on the team who try to sink us back in and get our mind ready for each game. We really don't look in our rear view. We try to look forward. So those 2 losses that you probably thinking of, we don't really remember them. We just look at the good, then we look at the bad and see what we can do to make the bad good.
On that note, do you think this was kind of like a get-right game in a sense that you guys now have confidence built heading into a rivalry game and then the rest of your Big 12 schedule?
I definitely think it gave us a little momentum, showing that we could really compete at a high level. So I just hope we could carry this on to the next week and build from there.
Do you have any expectations yet for the Virginia Tech game, just as far as the rivalry and what it means?
Not really. I'm just going to enjoy this win, and then tomorrow when we come in, that's when we'll start Virginia Tech prep.
As a guy that has so much position experience in a game like this, where you have a lot of, it's kind of weird to ask you this, but you have younger guys coming in and playing to try to prove themselves. What are you seeing out of everybody that was able to step up today a little bit?
I feel like they do a great job throughout practice to make us better. So them just getting in the game was kind of natural because they compete against the first team. They go against Tony, Bryce, Caden, and Sam James. So them just going out there today was more natural because they compete against us all the time.